Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button for more content.
All right, data rights and paranoia of the future. Data rights and paranoia of the future. All right. Oh boy. Why are you going to do this to me? All right, dear Billy Big Balls, I know you don't care to follow early politics, but a candidate, Andrew Yang, talked about establishing a data bill of rights. He explained it in, well, there goes his campaign hopes. They're going to bury that guy. It explained it in full, and it went right over the audience's head. I think it's the most important policy put out there. I would say the environment is probably the number one thing. And then I would say, I think you have an entire generation and a half of people that kind of grew up without privacy. And I think they're kind of used to it. I don't know. Anyways, he goes, am I paranoid thinking we will face a humanitarian crisis with corporations sharing our data? Imagine your insurance company goes up because Fitbit sold your data to Kaiser and they didn't like your resting heart rate. Well, no matter what, the numbers are going to work in their favor. Or lack of physical activity. If Geico learned that you drive 10 miles per hour over the speed limit on your daily commute because Samsung sold you your GPS data, or if LinkedIn got your Facebook private messages or phone text messages and a computer algorithm showed you're saying unsavory things 10 years ago so you can't get employment anywhere, or if a hacker released everyone's search results on the internet, complete chaos that would ensue. Sorry if I made you more paranoid than you already are, but is this a concern? I've attached the Data Bill of Rights linked on this website below. Love you. And get some sun, you pasty fuck. I've always maintained if everybody's text messages were made public, none of us could go to work on Monday. So I would think people with that shit would be afraid to do it on a widespread level because eventually it would come back to them. And there's no way to delete anything or whatever, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea. But, once everybody's shit was out there, then there's the freedom of like, well, I got no more secrets. So I'm what the fuck. Think what you want to think, but shit. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, sir. My biggest thing is the fucking environment and these never-ending wars and switching to a different form of energy. I don't even give a shit if it's I don't know, just as dirty as oil, just something to get us out of the business of going into other countries, fucking with their leaders and trying to take their natural resources. I just don't understand that. You don't want to listen to my fucking point of view because I don't fucking watch anything. I just look at shit, I think shit, and then I say shit. So I don't know anything. All right. I'm not blue or fucking red. But I am against somebody that is just, I know there's no reason. When you lead people, you need to bring people together. I feel that's, and when you divide people, it doesn't work out for anybody. All right. Should I get a nose job? Oh boy. Dear Billy Buttlick Magooch, before I start, I would love to hear the lovely Nia's advice. I believe this needs a female touch. Well, she's downstairs watching the Oscars, so I don't know what to tell you. Before I start, I would love to hear Good morning. This is a long one, but I believe people who hear this would like to know the full extent of my unique / no one gives a fuck situation. So should I get a nose job? Oh, Jesus. I just turned 18 in the past couple of months. I'm a high school senior and I've never been laid. Now, I'm pretty sure I know what you're thinking, Bill. Don't get down in the dumps because I'm 18 and have time. However, in the school I'm in, it's like some fucking all-around orgy. Pretty much everyone I know has been finger blasting or fucking someone. I've only hooked up / made out with 2 girls, which I know shows that I have potential. One of these girls was a girlfriend I had for a couple months, but broke up with her because I didn't feel as happy as I believed I should. Dude, it kind of sounds to me like you know who you are. That's a very mature thing to do. Anyways, parentheses, I may be 18, but I know what I want in a relationship. But to be honest, I believed I could be at least have gotten a BJ from her if I hanged on for a couple of months, but I didn't want to use her like that. Yeah, buddy, you're a good person. Don't question any of this because everybody else around you is acting like a fucking chimp. Anyways, I also have a big friend group with both guys and girls. I enjoy being with them. However, most of them date each other, so it bothers the fuck out of me to not have someone for myself while they're always around tongue punching, which is fucking with my mind. Now my nose, I have a gigantic hump in the middle of my nose. It sticks out like a sore thumb and is a beacon of ugly on my face. When I was in middle school, I was bullied a lot about my nose, so I'm really sensitive about it. But after middle school, it stopped. I guess everyone matured past bullying. Or maybe you grew into your face. I mean, you know, I had a giant, my head was the same size it is now when I was like fucking 2. He said, I have a decent body and height. My face would be okay-ish if I didn't have this fat fucking nose on my face that's just a pussy deterrent. Well, dude, I'm telling you, it's really sharpening your fucking comedic skills here, which in the long run, I'm telling you, is going to get you a lot of ass. You're going to be fine. You don't need to fucking do this shit. You don't have to go Kardashian on this thing. This is why I want to get surgery. I believe in 2020, I could get a fine nose that doesn't look the way hair plugs did in 2003. Look up nose hump surgery and see for yourself. All right, you know what? I'll do that. In fairness to you. But I mean, I wouldn't do it at fucking 18. You're crazy. You're super fucking emotional. That's a crazy thing to do. You don't need plastic surgery at 18. All right? I ride this fucking nose out until you're 30. All right? And when you're 30, if you're still feeling that way and your brain is fully developed, which they're now showing studies that it isn't until you're like 27 to 30 or something like that somebody said to me that I overheard and I didn't look up to see if that's true or not, but now I'm telling it to you. All right. Nose hump surgery. Did I spell surgery right? Is there an E in there or is it all U's? A use. How much do I have to fucking pay an internet for the fucking thing to work? Oh, it's S-U-R-G-E-R-Y. That looks better, right? Is that what it is? Nose hump surgery will not come up. All right, maybe it will in a minute. Yeah, dude, there is no fucking reason in the world for you to be, fucking with your face. Okay? You're in the prime of your life. You haven't even fully developed. All right? You're going to grow into your body and you're going to look fine. And you know something? It's the I know this is a fucking old person thing to say, but it really is the imperfections that make people interesting. You know, one of those Kardashians, I don't know if she got a ton of shit or whatever, but like she looks like a completely different person. So, and I got to be honest with you, like that's like, when I look at that is like depressing to me. Where it's like, you got to like, I don't know how much you must not like yourself to do something like that. So I would say, you know what? You got to learn to love yourself, love what you look like, and there's nothing wrong with you. Okay, dude? I'll tell you right now, I had fucking orange hair. If I could get laid, you don't have a fucking, you're already in there. You're already in the game. All right? And you're funny. You're fine. You're fucking fine. Anyways, he goes, this is why I want I'm still waiting for this fucking thing to load. Maybe if I did it on my goddamn phone. You know how much, by the way, you know how much fucking nose hump surgery spam I'm going to get now that I fucking looked it up? Anyways, this is why I want to get surgery. I believe in 2020, I could get a fine nose, blah, blah, blah. I already looked at all this. Okay. I'm also 100% confident in saying that multiple girls would have hooked up with me if I wasn't so damn ugly because of this elephant trunk on my nose. I used to think that chicks didn't hook up with me. I used to think, like, if I didn't have red hair, I'd have a girlfriend. And I made that a truth in my head. And guess what? It happened. I'll tell you, you know what's a great way to get laid? Start saying hello to people. Put yourself out there. And then that's it, you know? You can make a self-deprecating joke about your nose if you're feeling that type of shit. And I guarantee you, most women are going to be, hey, you look fun. What are you talking about? I think your nose is cute. They're going to be fine with it. Anyways, however, the final problem is that I believe if I get the nose job, I'm giving in like a pussy and I'll lose a piece of my pride. Well, I agree with that. So soak in this information and help me decide if I should get one. Don't. There's very few times I'm 100% positive. I am 100% positive you should not get a nose job at 18. Okay? Once you do that, you cannot fucking go back. And I also got to tell you something. When you do shit like that, you're going to look a lot fucking different. Look at that chick from that fucking movie there where they were dancing around, right? She didn't. Dirty Dancing. And I thought she was so fucking cute. Not saying she isn't now. I'm not trying to shit on anybody, but I'm just saying there wasn't anything wrong with it. Anyway, so whatever. Soak in this information. Help me decide. Absolutely, the easiest decision ever. Don't. You're fine. You're fucking fine. All right? If you're 35 years old and you still want to do it, then, then that's something else. All right? But at 18, you haven't even grown into your body. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Just fucking... The biggest thing you need to work on is to get out of your own head and think that fucking nose is going to hold you back. All right? You're going to be fine. Don't do it. You hear me? Don't do it. All right. Overrated, underrated. Hey, Bill, underrated. Laying out your landscape plants and trees so they can mature to their natural sizes without requiring pruning to avoid buildings and shit. That's pretty smart. Overrated. Paying someone to cut your landscaping plants and trees any more often than necessary. Call them what you want, landscapers, gardeners, whatever. The point is, what a waste, a stupid amount of money for a manufactured need. Gruesome example, but bear with me. You wouldn't keep a bunch of Rottweilers in kennels sized for pugs, then pay someone to cut parts of the dog off to keep them apart, right? Jesus Christ. If you needed them in kennels, you'd put them in those with adequate space. Similarity, trees and plants grow to respective sizes. If you space them all accordingly, you don't have to pay anyone to cut them into place. Maybe I'm too old. No, I think you're thinking the right shit. You went a little serial killer there with chopping up the dogs, but I think you made a point in there. All right.